Close your eyes and imagine being born as a tiny donkey foal on a cold spring morning in a weathered barn that smells of hay and old wood. The world greets you with harsh realities from your very first breath, yet within this struggle lies a profound journey that will cradle you into the deepest, most peaceful sleep tonight. You emerge into the world wet and shivering, your oversized ears flopping against your small head like two soft pieces of worn leather. The morning light filters through cracks in the barn walls, casting long shadows across your mother's grey coat as she nuzzles you with her warm, velvety muzzle. You feel the scratchy texture of straw beneath your impossibly long legs, and the rich, earthy scent of the stable fills your tiny nostrils. Your mother's breath carries the sweetness of fresh clover, and her gentle nickering vibrates through your chest as she encourages you to stand. But standing proves to be your first impossible challenge. Your legs are like four unstable stilts trying to support your compact body, each one seeming to have its own mind about which direction to point. You attempt to rise, pushing with all your might, only to collapse back into the straw with a soft thump that sends dust motes dancing in the golden sunbeams. Your small chest heaves with effort, tiny puffs of breath visible in the cool air. Around you, other animals move with such natural grace that your clumsiness feels like a personal failing, a sign that something is fundamentally wrong with how you were made. Your first week passes in a blur of stumbles and struggles. While horse foals seem to dance on air within hours of birth, you trip over your own feet with embarrassing regularity. Your ears, which will someday become your greatest asset for hearing danger and understanding the world around you, now feel like burdensome weights that throw off your balance with every step. When you try to nurse from your mother, you must crane your neck at awkward angles, and sometimes you lose your grip, warm milk dribbling down your chin as you struggle to reconnect with your source of nourishment. The farmer who owns the land shakes his weathered head when he sees you during his morning rounds. He mutters words in a tone you cannot understand but can feel deep in your bones. "Another stubborn donkey," he says, not realizing that what he calls stubbornness is actually your careful, methodical way of thinking through problems before acting. You pause before attempting to jump over even the smallest obstacles, not because you are being difficult, but because your young mind is already calculating the safest approach, weighing risks and benefits in a way that seems to come naturally to your kind. As days turn into weeks, you begin to understand the complex social hierarchy of the farm where you will spend your life. The horses with their flowing manes and elegant movements are treated like royalty. People admire their speed, their beauty, their noble bearing that seems to command respect without effort. They receive the finest hay, imported from distant fields and sweet with the scent of summer meadows. Their stalls are cleaned twice daily, and their coats are brushed until they shine like polished metal in the afternoon sun. Children bring them carrots and apples, speaking to them in soft, reverent voices, as if they were addressing living sculptures of grace and power. The cows, massive and economically important, command respect through their size and their valuable contribution to the farm's income. They move with deliberate slowness that somehow seems purposeful rather than awkward, their large eyes surveying their domain with calm authority. The farmer speaks to them in soothing tones when he tends to their needs, and visitors often marvel at their peaceful presence and their role in providing milk and eventually meat for human consumption. The sheep cluster together in their fluffy white masses, bleating contentedly as they are moved from pasture to pasture. Their wool is prized and carefully tended, sheared annually in a ceremony that brings neighbors together to celebrate the harvest of their soft, valuable fleece. Even the chickens, busy and seemingly chaotic, serve clear purposes in providing eggs and meat, their frantic scratching and pecking viewed as charming rather than annoying. And then there is you, the donkey. Your very name has become synonymous with foolishness in human language. Don't be such a donkey, people say when someone acts without thinking, never realizing the profound irony in their words. You are, in fact, one of the most intelligent animals on the farm. Your careful consideration of each situation mistaken for obstinacy, your thoughtful approach to problems dismissed as stubbornness. Your mother, during quiet nursing sessions in the grey hours before dawn, begins to teach you truths that no human will ever acknowledge. As the rooster announces each new day and mist rises from the pastures, she shows you through her actions how to find the sweetest grass, how to navigate treacherous terrain with confidence, and most importantly, how to think before you act. Her patient guidance conveys a message that sustains you through the difficult months ahead. We are different from the others, little one. We are steady. We are reliable. We possess strength that others cannot see or understand. Your second month brings the trauma of weaning, as you are separated from your mother's warm presence and comforting milk. The farmer provides you with hay that is often dusty and of poor quality, nothing like the green alfalfa that fills the mangas of the horses. You learn to eat slowly and methodically, your sensitive lips sorting through the rough fodder to find the most nutritious pieces. Your stomach, smaller and more delicate than that of a horse, requires frequent small meals rather than large portions. But the farmer does not understand this physiological difference. He fills your trough once each morning, and expects it to sustain you through the entire day, leaving you hungry and uncomfortable by evening. Water becomes another source of constant struggle. While the horses enjoy automatic systems that provide fresh, clean water at all times, you must often make do with a communal trough that serves multiple species. Sometimes it stands empty for hours, forcing you to wait with growing thirst. Sometimes it becomes fouled with mud and debris, requiring you to drink carefully from the least contaminated sections. During winter months, ice forms thick barriers that you must break with your hooves, the cold water shocking your system but necessary for survival. Your growing body presents challenges that set you apart from other young animals on the farm. Your spine develops the characteristic ridge that makes you less comfortable for riding than the smooth backs of horses. Your gait is fundamentally different, a 4-beat rhythm that produces a gentle rocking motion. Some humans find jarring compared to the flowing strides of their preferred mounts. Your tail lacks the dramatic sweep and fullness of a horse's tail, ending instead in a modest tuft that seems almost apologetic when compared to the magnificent flowing hair of your equine cousins. By your 3rd month, you begin to comprehend the harsh economic realities that govern your existence. Horses are bought and sold for thousands of dollars, their bloodlines carefully documented, and their achievements celebrated in competitions and shows. Their births are planned and anticipated, their training begins with gentle patience, and their careers are managed with attention to their individual strengths and preferences. You, in stark contrast, are viewed as a utility animal, valued solely for your ability to carry heavy loads or pull carts without complaint. Your worth is calculated, not in terms of beauty, speed, or athletic ability, but in simple measurements of how much weight you can bear, and how many hours you can work without rest. No one records your lineage or celebrates your birth. No ribbons await your achievements. No trophies mark your accomplishments. The farmer begins your working education early, loading small packs onto your young back to test your strength and compliance. The leather straps dig into your shoulders, creating pressure points that will eventually become permanent calluses. The weight feels overwhelming at first, your legs trembling with the effort of supporting both your own growing body and the additional burden. But you learn to carry it because refusal brings harsh words and sometimes harsher treatment. You develop the patient, steady gait that will characterize your entire working life, putting one careful hoof in front of the other, your head down, your attention focused on the path ahead. The other animals on the farm observe your struggles with various degrees of sympathy and indifference. The cats, independent and aloof, occasionally regard you with what might be pity, their bright eyes reflecting an understanding of what it means to be undervalued. The farm dogs, beloved companions who sleep by warm fires and receive regular treats and affection, sometimes whine softly when they witness your heavier burdens, their pack instincts perhaps recognizing unfairness even when their human companions do not. As autumn paints the world in brilliant colors and you approach your 4th month of life, you encounter the seasonal challenges that will define much of your existence. While horses are moved into warm, well-ventilated stables equipped with comfortable bedding and protection from weather, you are often assigned to a simple 3-sided shelter that provides minimal protection from wind and rain. Your coat grows thick and somewhat shaggy, providing adequate warmth, but lacking the sleek beauty of a well-groomed horse's winter covering. The work becomes more demanding as temperatures drop and conditions worsen. Your hooves, harder and more durable than those of horses, are better suited for navigating rocky terrain, but they also transmit every sensation more directly to your legs and back. On mornings when frost covers every surface, you must pick your way carefully across the farmyard, your breath forming small clouds in the frigid air, while ice crystals form on the whiskers around your muzzle. Yet it is during these harsh months that you begin to discover the inner strength that will sustain you throughout your life. While horses might shy and dance at unexpected sounds, you stand firm and assess each situation calmly. When winter winds send debris tumbling across the yard and create sudden noises that frighten other animals, you barely flinch, your natural caution and analytical nature serving you well when others panic and potentially injure themselves or their handlers. You notice that the farmer, despite his gruff exterior and seemingly dismissive attitude, begins to rely on you in ways he does not depend on the more highly valued horses. When paths are steep and narrow, requiring careful navigation and steady nerves, he chooses you for the journey. When loads are particularly heavy or awkwardly shaped, demanding both strength and intelligence to balance properly, he harnesses you to the cart. When weather conditions are dangerous and he needs an animal that will not spook or bolt at the first sign of trouble, he turns to your reliable presence. This growing dependence does not immediately translate into better treatment or acknowledgement of your value, but it plants the seeds of respect that will slowly develop over the coming years. The farmer may not praise you or shower you with the attention he gives to his prized horses, but his actions demonstrate a grudging recognition of your unique capabilities and steadfast character. Winter deepens, bringing with it a profound loneliness that settles into your bones alongside the cold. Other animals naturally form social groups for warmth and companionship during the harsh season. Horses stand together in their paddocks, sharing body heat and the comfort of herd dynamics. Sheep huddle in tight clusters, their woolly bodies creating microclimates of warmth. Cows gather in patient groups, chewing cud and breathing clouds of steam into the frozen air. But you often find yourself standing alone at the edge of these gatherings, not quite rejected but not fully welcomed either. Donkeys are naturally more solitary than horses, and on this farm you are the only one of your kind. The isolation becomes particularly acute during the long winter nights, when the world seems wrapped in silence and darkness, and the warmth of companionship becomes as essential as physical shelter. These solitary hours teach you to find comfort in your own company and strength in your own thoughts. You learn to appreciate the subtle sounds of the night that other animals might find frightening: the soft hoot of an owl hunting in the darkness, the rustle of small creatures moving through the underbrush, the distant call of coyotes on the hills. These sounds become familiar companions rather than sources of fear, connecting you to the larger natural world beyond the boundaries of the farm. As your first winter gradually gives way to spring and you enter your 5th month of life, significant changes become apparent in your body and capabilities. Your legs have grown stronger and more proportionate to your frame, the awkward wobbliness of early infancy replaced by increasing coordination and confidence. Your muscles have developed noticeably from months of carrying progressively heavier loads, and your endurance has improved to the point where work that once exhausted you can now be completed with less strain. Your coat begins its spring shed, losing the thick winter growth in patches that create a somewhat comical appearance but signal the approaching season of renewed activity and expanded responsibilities. Underneath the shedding winter hair, your summer coat appears sleeker and healthier, reflecting the gradual improvement in your overall condition as your body adapts to its working life. Spring also brings an expansion of your world as the farmer begins taking you to locations beyond the immediate farm boundaries. Your first trip to the weekly farmers market in the nearby town opens your senses to experiences beyond anything in your previous existence. The cacophony of human voices, the rumble of vehicles, the mingled aromas of food, animals and commerce create an overwhelming sensory environment that tests your natural composure. Initially, the bustling market atmosphere makes your ears twitch nervously and your muscles tense with the instinct to flee from unfamiliar stimuli. But gradually you learn to process and categorize these new experiences, your intelligence allowing you to distinguish between genuinely threatening situations and merely novel but harmless activities. You develop the ability to stand calmly while the farmer sets up his stall, occasionally receiving acknowledgement from market visitors who comment on your patient demeanor and steady presence. These market trips also introduce you to other working animals, providing your first real contact with horses, mules, and occasionally other donkeys who serve similar roles on different farms. You begin to understand that there exists a broader community of animals like yourself, each with their own stories of service and struggle, each adapting to their circumstances in their own way. An old mule named Jackson becomes a particular friend during these market days. During the quiet hours when business is slow, and the animals wait patiently in whatever shade they can find, you and Jackson stand together in comfortable silence, sharing the unspoken understanding that comes from similar experiences and parallel lives. This presence provides a form of companionship you have rarely experienced, the comfort of being with another animal who understands the weight of constant work and the satisfaction of reliable service. Your first summer as a working donkey brings intensified challenges as the workload increases and the heat becomes oppressive. The days stretch longer, filled with hauling carts loaded with produce, grain and supplies across distances that test your endurance and resolve. Your shoulders develop calluses where the harness rubs, and your back muscles strengthen to accommodate the constant pressure of heavy loads. The summer heat proves particularly challenging for your compact body and dark coat. While horses can dissipate heat more efficiently through their larger surface area and different metabolism, you must learn to pace yourself carefully, taking advantage of every opportunity to rest in shade and drink deeply from streams and troughs. The farmer initially shows impatience with your frequent stops, not understanding that your measured approach actually allows you to work consistently for longer periods than would be possible if you were pushed to the point of heat exhaustion. During the hottest parts of summer days, you discover the importance of finding and appreciating small sources of relief and comfort. A patch of shade beneath an old oak tree becomes a treasured refuge during the peak heat of afternoon. The cool water of a stream crossed during routine deliveries provides not just physical refreshment, but moments of genuine pleasure that help sustain you through the more difficult parts of each day. These experiences teach you to find joy and satisfaction in simple things, a skill that will prove invaluable throughout your long life. The sweetness of fresh water when you are truly thirsty, the relief of dropping a heavy load at the end of a difficult journey, the comfort of returning to familiar surroundings after hours of travel, all of these become sources of genuine happiness that no hardship can entirely diminish. As summer progresses, you begin to notice other donkeys in the distance, working on neighboring farms or traveling along country roads with their own loads and responsibilities. Your ears perk up at the sound of braying, that distinctive vocalization that marks your species and connects you to others of your kind across the landscape. It is a sound that many humans find harsh and unpleasant, but to you it represents communication and kinship, voices calling across the miles to acknowledge shared experience and mutual understanding. Sometimes you answer these distant calls, your own voice echoing across fields and hills, carrying messages of recognition and solidarity to donkeys you may never meet, but whose lives parallel your own in important ways. In these moments of vocal connection, you feel part of something larger than your individual existence, a network of animals scattered across the countryside, all carrying their own burdens, all persevering in their own quiet way. Autumn returns with its spectacular display of changing colors and the familiar rhythm of harvest activities. By now you have completed your first full year of life, and the transformation from helpless foal to competent working animal is evident in every aspect of your being. Your frame has filled out considerably, your movements have gained confidence and efficiency, and your understanding of farm routines and expectations has become instinctive. The harvest season brings your introduction to the most demanding work of the agricultural year. You find yourself pulling carts loaded with grain, hauling produce from fields to storage areas, and working longer hours than during any other season. Your back aches by evening, and your legs tremble with fatigue after particularly difficult days, but you continue working because that is what is expected of you and what you were born to do. During one especially challenging day, loaded with more weight than seems reasonable for an animal of your size, you pause on a hill overlooking the valley that has become your world. The sun hangs low in the sky, painting the landscape in warm golden light, and for a moment you allow yourself to truly see the beauty that surrounds your daily struggles. Rolling hills dotted with farms stretch to the horizon, a silver ribbon of river winds through the valley bottom, and smoke rises from chimneys as families gather for their evening meals. In this moment of enforced rest and inadvertent contemplation, something fundamental shifts in your understanding of your situation. You begin to recognize that your burden, both literal and metaphorical, has provided you with something that more pampered animals lack: perspective. While horses may race across fields with no particular destination, you have traveled every road in the county, carrying essential supplies to isolated farms and remote locations. While other animals live comfortable but circumscribed lives within the boundaries of single properties, you have witnessed the changing seasons from countless vantage points and observed the intricate connections that bind rural communities together. Your second winter approaches with less anxiety than your first, partly because you now know what to expect, but more importantly because you have begun to understand your own strength and adaptability. Your body is better prepared for cold weather, your coat grows in more evenly, and your knowledge of shelter locations and water sources helps you manage the challenges of harsh weather more effectively. But it is during this second winter that you experience something that fundamentally changes your relationship with the humans in your world. A new family moves to a neighboring property, and among them is a young girl who seems different from other children you have encountered. Rather than rushing immediately to admire the horses or being distracted by the playful antics of other animals, she appears drawn to quiet corners and overlooked individuals. One snowy afternoon, as you stand in your three-sided shelter trying to escape the bite of winter wind, she approaches slowly and deliberately, her small boots crunching through the snow. She does not attempt to touch you immediately or make sudden movements that might startle you. Instead, she simply stands nearby, speaking to you in a soft, gentle voice that carries genuine kindness, rather than the mechanical courtesy most humans show to working animals. "Hello, donkey," she says, her breath visible in small puffs in the cold air. "You look cold and tired. I brought you something special." From her coat pocket, she produces a slightly bruised apple, holding it out on her flat palm, in the proper manner for feeding unfamiliar animals safely. The apple is sweet and crisp, despite its imperfect appearance, a rare treat during the lean months of winter, and as you eat it carefully, she continues talking about her day at school, her favorite books, and her observation that you have particularly kind and intelligent eyes. This encounter establishes a pattern that transforms the darkest months of the year into something brighter and more meaningful. Every few days, the little girl appears with a small treat and several minutes of genuine conversation. She tells you about her classes, her friends, her dreams of someday working with animals, and her conviction that every creature deserves respect and kindness regardless of their role or status. More importantly, she gives you something no one else ever has: a name. She begins calling you Charlie, though she has no official authority to bestow this designation, and it will never appear on any farm records or veterinary documents. But having a name, your own personal identifier that distinguishes you from simply being the donkey, creates a fundamental change in how you perceive yourself and your place in the world. Through her eyes and her words, you begin to see yourself differently. She does not focus on your supposedly stubborn reputation or your purely utilitarian function. Instead, she notices and comments on your careful way of listening when she speaks, your patient acceptance of her offerings, your obvious intelligence in navigating complex situations. She sees qualities in you that others miss or dismiss, helping you recognize aspects of your own character that deserve acknowledgement and pride. Spring arrives early that year, bringing with it not just the usual renewal of plant and animal life, but an expansion of your own horizons as the farmer begins taking you to new locations and assigning you more varied responsibilities. The trust he has gradually developed in your abilities leads to assignments that require more judgment and less supervision, a recognition of your competence that feels like a significant milestone in your relationship. Your trips to the weekly market become more frequent and more independent, with the farmer sometimes sending you with older, experienced customers who need transportation but can be trusted to handle the business aspects of their journeys. These experiences expose you to a wider variety of human personalities and situations, broadening your understanding of the world beyond your immediate farm environment. You begin to encounter people who appreciate working animals and understand their value beyond mere utility. An elderly farmer named Samuel, who has worked with donkeys for most of his long life, recognizes your intelligence and treats you with the respect due to a competent partner rather than a simple tool. He speaks to you as he would to a human colleague, explaining routes and loads, asking for your assessment of weather conditions, and acknowledging your contributions to successful completions of difficult tasks. "This one's got sense," Samuel tells your farmer during one of their business discussions. "He thinks before he acts, and he's got the judgment to handle situations that would spook a horse. You've got yourself a valuable partner here, even if he doesn't look like much to folks who don't know working animals." These words of professional recognition from someone whose opinion carries weight in the agricultural community plant seeds of respect that gradually begin to change how you are perceived and treated. While you still carry heavy loads and work long hours, there is a growing acknowledgement of your intelligence and reliability that elevates your status from simple beast of burden to trusted assistant. Summer brings new challenges and new opportunities as your reputation for dependability spreads throughout the local farming community. You find yourself loaned out for special projects that require particular steadiness and judgment, navigating narrow mountain trails to deliver supplies to remote locations, working in conditions too dangerous for more skittish animals, handling loads that require careful balance and patient progress rather than speed and flash. These specialized assignments bring you into contact with a wider variety of landscapes and situations, expanding your knowledge of the world and your confidence in your own abilities.
Sir.
You learn to navigate rocky creek beds without losing your footing, to maintain your balance on steep hillsides where a fall could be catastrophic, and to assess weather conditions with the accuracy that comes from direct experience with their consequences. Your relationship with the young girl who named you Charlie continues to deepen and evolve as she grows older and more knowledgeable about animals. She begins helping with your grooming, carefully brushing your coat and checking your hooves for stones or injuries. These sessions become highlights of your week, times when you receive individual attention and care that goes beyond mere maintenance of your working condition. She talks to you about her growing interest in becoming a veterinarian, her desire to help animals like you who work hard but receive little recognition or specialized care. She practices taking your pulse, listening to your heartbeat with a toy stethoscope, and examining your teeth and eyes with the serious attention of someone preparing for a medical career. Through her touch and her gradually increasing expertise, you experience a form of healthcare that is both more thorough and more compassionate than anything you have previously received. She notices small problems before they become serious issues, advocates for better food and shelter on your behalf, and provides the kind of individual attention that helps prevent many common health problems that affect working animals. As your second year of life draws to a close and autumn colors once again paint the landscape, you have established yourself as a reliable and valuable member of the farm community. Your reputation for dependability has grown beyond your immediate environment, and you are increasingly requested for tasks that require special judgment or unusual steadiness. The harvest season brings your most demanding work yet, but also clear recognition of your importance to the farm's operations. When other animals balk at difficult conditions or unfamiliar routes, you are the one called upon to ensure that essential work gets completed safely and efficiently. Your contributions are no longer taken for granted, but are specifically acknowledged and planned for in the season's logistics. Your physical development has continued throughout the year, with your frame reaching its adult proportions and your strength peaking at levels that allow you to handle substantial loads without strain. But more importantly, your mental and emotional development has reached a point where you understand not just what is expected of you, but why your work matters and how it fits into the larger patterns of agricultural life. Winter approaches once again, but this time you face it with confidence born of experience and self-knowledge. You know your own capabilities and limitations. You understand the seasonal rhythms that govern farm life, and you have developed the internal resources necessary to sustain yourself through the challenges of harsh weather and reduced daylight. Your shelter has been improved based on observations of your needs during the previous winter, and your nutrition has been adjusted to provide better support for your energy requirements during cold months. But beyond these practical improvements, you also benefit from the recognition that your well-being directly affects your ability to contribute to farm operations, making your comfort and health matters of economic as well as humanitarian concern. The young girl who named you Charlie continues her regular visits throughout the winter, but now she brings more than just treats and conversation. She has begun studying veterinary science in earnest, and your health and condition have become subjects of her academic interest as well as her personal affection. She monitors your weight, tracks your eating habits, and documents your responses to different weather conditions with the thoroughness of a professional researcher. Through her studies and her careful attention to your individual needs, you begin to receive medical care that is both more sophisticated and more personalized than anything typically provided to working animals. She identifies and treats minor problems before they become serious issues, adjusts your diet to optimize your health rather than simply maintaining your ability to work, and advocates constantly for improvements to your living conditions and work assignments. Your third year begins with recognition that you have successfully transitioned from promising young animal to fully competent adult worker. Your skills have been tested in a variety of challenging situations, and you have consistently demonstrated the reliability and judgment that make you valuable for the most demanding assignments. Your reputation has spread throughout the local agricultural community, and you are increasingly viewed as an example of what working donkeys can achieve when properly managed and appropriately utilized. Spring brings new responsibilities as you're assigned to train younger animals in the skills and attitudes necessary for successful working lives. A young mule named Jake becomes your first formal student, and you discover that teaching others helps clarify and reinforce your own understanding of proper techniques and safe practices. Jake is eager and strong but lacks the patience and judgment that come only with experience and maturity. Your role becomes that of mentor and guide, showing him through example how to assess loads, pace himself over long distances, and respond appropriately to different types of terrain and weather conditions. The responsibility of teaching another animal adds a new dimension to your work life, making you more conscious of your own methods and more articulate in demonstrating proper procedures. Your relationship with Jake also provides companionship that has been largely missing from your life since you were separated from your mother. Having another equine animal to share work and rest periods with reduces the loneliness that has been a constant background element of your existence, and the mutual support you provide each other makes difficult tasks more bearable and successful completions more satisfying. Summer brings your most challenging assignment yet, a month-long expedition to deliver supplies to mining camps in the mountains, requiring multi-day journeys over terrain that tests every skill you have developed. The loads are heavy, the trails are treacherous, and the weather is unpredictable, but the pay is good and the experience valuable for establishing your reputation as an animal capable of handling the most demanding work. The mountain expedition proves to be a transformative experience that pushes your capabilities to their limits, while providing you with knowledge and confidence that will serve you throughout your career. You learn to navigate by landmarks, to predict weather changes by reading cloud formations and wind patterns, and to manage your energy over extended periods when resupply is impossible and mistakes could be fatal. More importantly, you discover that you possess reserves of determination and endurance that you had not previously tested. When conditions become difficult and other animals falter, you find within yourself the strength to continue, to problem solve under pressure, and to provide the leadership that ensures successful completion of essential tasks. The humans who participate in this expedition develop a respect for your abilities that goes beyond anything you have previously experienced. They begin consulting you about route choices, deferring to your judgment about safe camping locations, and acknowledging your contributions in terms usually reserved for human team members rather than working animals. Charlie's got more sense about mountain travel than most people I know. The expedition leader tells your farmer when you return safely after completing all assigned deliveries. He kept us out of trouble more than once, and he never quit when things got tough. You've got yourself one hell of a donkey there. This professional recognition from experienced outdoorsmen represents a significant milestone in your development from simple farm animal to acknowledged expert in your field. Your skills are no longer viewed as merely adequate for routine tasks, but are recognized as exceptional enough to be relied upon in demanding and potentially dangerous situations. As your third year draws to a close, you have achieved a level of professional competence and personal recognition that seemed impossible during your awkward and uncertain early months. Your physical development is complete, your skills are highly refined, and your reputation extends throughout the regional agricultural and transportation community. But perhaps most importantly, your sense of self has evolved from that of a creature defined primarily by its limitations and disadvantages, to that of an individual valued for specific capabilities and trusted with significant responsibilities. You have learned to take pride in your work, to find satisfaction in challenges overcome, and to appreciate the role you play in the larger community, of which you are an essential part. Winter arrives once again, but now it brings not just the familiar challenges of cold weather and reduced activity, but also planning for expanded responsibilities and new opportunities in the coming year. Your proven abilities have earned you consideration for assignments that were previously beyond your experience level, and your growing maturity suggests that you are ready to take on leadership roles within the farm's animal community. The young girl who named you Charlie has grown as well, her veterinary studies advancing to the point where she can provide sophisticated medical care and nutritional guidance that significantly improves your quality of life. Her advocacy on your behalf has resulted in upgrades to your shelter, improvements to your diet, and modifications to your work schedule that optimize your health and productivity, while demonstrating respect for your individual needs and preferences. Your fourth year begins with formal recognition of your senior status within the farm's working animal community. Younger animals are routinely assigned to work with you, so they can learn proper techniques and develop appropriate work attitudes. Your teaching responsibilities expand beyond individual mentoring to include general oversight of animal training and integration programs. This leadership role brings new satisfactions and challenges as you learn to balance your own work requirements with the needs of animals who depend on your guidance and example. You develop skills in communication and motivation that complement your technical expertise, becoming not just a competent worker but an effective teacher and leader. Your influence extends beyond the animals you work with directly to include the overall culture and standards of the farm's operations. Your example of patient professionalism, and reliable service sets expectations for other animals, and provides a model of excellence that elevates the performance of the entire team. Spring brings opportunities to participate in agricultural fairs and demonstrations where your skills and knowledge can be displayed to wider audiences. These public appearances serve both educational and promotional purposes, showing other farmers what well-trained working animals can achieve while demonstrating the economic and practical benefits of investing in proper animal care and training. Your first fair appearance is both thrilling and intimidating, as you find yourself performing familiar tasks in front of crowds of strangers who observe and comment on your every move. But your natural composure and thorough training serve you well, and you complete your demonstrations with precision and grace that earn applause from appreciative audiences. More importantly, these public appearances provide opportunities to educate people about the intelligence and capabilities of working donkeys, challenging stereotypes and misconceptions that have unfairly characterized your species for generations. Your obvious competence and professional demeanor help change minds and attitudes, contributing to broader recognition of the value and dignity of working animals. Summer brings your most prestigious assignment yet, selection to participate in a historical reenactment that requires authentic working animals and traditional transportation methods. The event attracts visitors from across the country and provides an opportunity to demonstrate historical agricultural practices while educating the public about the role animals have played in human civilization. Your participation in this event represents recognition that you have achieved a level of skill and deportment worthy of representing your species and your profession in a context that demands excellence. The training required for the reenactment pushes your abilities in new directions, requiring you to master historical techniques and equipment while maintaining the safety and reliability standards of modern operations. The reenactment itself proves to be one of the most rewarding experiences of your career as you work alongside other exceptional animals and skilled human practitioners to create an authentic representation of historical agricultural life. The appreciation and respect you receive from participants and observers reinforces your sense of professional pride and personal accomplishment. As your fourth year progresses, you notice that your relationship with humans has evolved beyond simple utility to include elements of genuine partnership and mutual respect. The farmer consults you about operational decisions, seeks your input on animal welfare issues, and acknowledges your contributions in ways that recognize your intelligence and individual worth. This transformation in how you are perceived and treated extends beyond your immediate work environment to influence how working animals are regarded throughout your community. Your example has demonstrated that animals are capable of far more than many people assume, and that treating them with respect and dignity produces better results for everyone involved. Your fifth year begins with celebration of your official recognition as the farm's senior working animal, a position that carries both honors and responsibilities. Younger animals look to you for guidance and leadership, while humans increasingly rely on your judgment and expertise for complex decisions and challenging assignments. But this recognition also brings awareness that your career and life are subject to the same temporal limitations that affect all living beings. You are now fully mature and at the peak of your capabilities, but you also understand that this peak will not last indefinitely, and that you must make the most of your current opportunities while preparing for eventual changes in your role and status. The young girl who named you Charlie has completed her veterinary education and returned to the community as a practicing professional. Her first official act as a veterinarian is to conduct a comprehensive health evaluation that establishes baseline measurements for monitoring your condition as you age and ensures that you receive the preventive care necessary to maintain your health and productivity for as long as possible. Charlie is in excellent condition for his age and work history, she reports to your farmer. With proper care and appropriate adjustments to his workload as he ages, he should be able to continue working effectively for many more years. But we should also begin planning for his eventual retirement and the transition of his responsibilities to younger animals. This conversation represents the first formal acknowledgement that your working life will not continue indefinitely, but it also confirms that your value extends beyond your immediate productivity to include your knowledge, experience, and role as mentor and teacher. Your eventual transition to emeritus status is viewed not as replacement due to obsolescence but as recognition of your contributions and provision for your continued comfort comfort and dignity. Spring brings new challenges and opportunities as you are assigned to train your potential successor, a young donkey named Buddy, who shows promise but requires extensive guidance to develop the skills and judgment necessary for senior responsibilities. Your role as primary trainer and mentor becomes as important as your own work assignments, requiring you to balance immediate productivity needs with long-term development objectives. Buddy is eager and intelligent, but lacks the patience and analytical thinking that characterize your approach to problems and challenges. Your teaching methods must adapt to his learning style, while ensuring that he develops the reliability and professionalism that will be essential for his success in inheriting your responsibilities. The training process also provides you with insights into your own development and growth over the years. Explaining techniques and approaches to Buddy requires you to articulate knowledge that has become instinctive, helping you understand how much you have learned and how significantly your capabilities have expanded since your own uncertain beginnings. Summer brings recognition of your achievements in the form of an award from the Regional Agricultural Association, acknowledging your exceptional service and contributions to the farming community. The ceremony includes presentation of a commemorative halter and a cash prize for your farmer, but more importantly, it provides public recognition of your individual worth and professional accomplishments. Your acceptance of this award, conducted with the dignity and composure that have characterized your entire career, serves as an inspiration to other working animals and their handlers, while demonstrating the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals. The media coverage of the event helps spread awareness of proper animal care practices and the benefits of treating working animals as valued partners rather than mere tools. As your 5th year draws to a close, you have achieved a level of recognition and respect that seemed impossible during your difficult early months. Your transformation from awkward foal to accomplished professional and respected mentor represents not just personal growth, but also evolution in how working animals are perceived and valued within your community. Your 6th year begins with formal recognition of your new role as senior advisor and trainer, with primary responsibility for developing and maintaining the farm's animal workforce. Your own direct work assignments are reduced to allow more time for teaching and oversight responsibilities, acknowledging that your knowledge and experience have become too valuable to risk in routine labor. This transition represents a natural evolution in your career, rather than forced retirement due to declining capabilities. Your physical condition remains excellent, your skills are at their peak, and your judgment is valued throughout the community. But your role is expanding beyond individual productivity to encompass broader contributions to the success and sustainability of the farm's operations. The farm itself has prospered partly due to the reliability and excellence of work performed by animals under your guidance and example. The reputation for quality and dependability that you helped establish has attracted new customers and opportunities, creating economic benefits that support improved facilities and care for all the farm's animals. Your influence extends beyond the immediate farm environment to include the broader agricultural community, where your methods and approaches are studied and emulated by other farms seeking to improve their own animal training and management programs. Your success has become a model for others to follow, spreading benefits throughout the region. Spring brings a special celebration in honor of your 6th birthday and your achievements as the farm's senior animal. The event attracts visitors from throughout the region, including farmers, veterinarians and animal welfare advocates, who want to meet the donkey whose story has become legendary within agricultural circles. The celebration includes demonstrations of your skills, presentations about proper animal care and training methods, and testimonials from people whose lives have been touched by your example. But perhaps most meaningfully, it includes recognition from other working animals who have benefited from your mentorship and guidance over the years. Jake, the young mule you first trained, has become an accomplished worker in his own right, and credits you with teaching him the attitudes and approaches that enabled his success. Buddy, your current student and eventual successor, demonstrates the skills and judgment he has learned under your tutelage, showing that your methods and values will continue even after your own active career ends. Summer brings new opportunities for public education and advocacy as you participate in programs designed to improve understanding of working animals and promote better care practices throughout the agricultural community. Your appearances at schools, fairs, and agricultural conferences help educate new generations about the intelligence and capabilities of animals like yourself, while advocating for respectful treatment and proper care. These educational programs also provide opportunities for you to directly influence how young people think about animals and their relationships with humans. Children who meet you and learn your story often develop lifelong commitments to animal welfare and respect for the intelligence and dignity of all creatures. Your impact on educational programs extends beyond immediate presentations to include development of curricula and training materials that will be used to educate future farmers, veterinarians, and animal handlers. Your experiences and insights contribute to more comprehensive and compassionate approaches to animal care and management that will benefit countless animals in the future. As your 6th year progresses, you begin to notice subtle changes in your body that signal the onset of middle age. Your joints are occasionally stiff in the morning, particularly during cold or damp weather. Your stamina, while still excellent, requires more recovery time after particularly demanding work. Your muzzle shows the first traces of grey hair that mark the passage of years. These changes do not alarm you as they might have in your younger years. You have learned to listen to your body and adjust your activities accordingly, working with your natural rhythms rather than fighting against them. Your accumulated wisdom about pacing and self-care helps you maintain high performance levels while avoiding the overexertion that could lead to injury or premature decline. The veterinarian, who has become your advocate and friend, monitors these changes carefully, adjusting your diet and exercise routines to support your changing needs while maintaining your ability to fulfill your responsibilities. Her professional expertise, combined with her personal investment in your welfare, ensures that you receive the best possible care as you navigate the transition from young adult to mature professional. Autumn arrives with its familiar rhythms of harvest and preparation for winter, but this year also brings reflection on the changes and achievements of the past 6 years. Your transformation from struggling youngster to accomplished professional and respected leader represents not just personal growth, but also broader changes in attitudes toward working animals and their potential contributions. Your influence on these changing attitudes has been both direct and indirect, through your individual achievements and through the education and advocacy programs you have supported. The ripple effects of your story continue to spread, influencing how animals are treated on farms throughout the region and beyond. Your 7th year begins with formal recognition of your status as an elder statesman within the agricultural community, a position that carries both honors and responsibilities for continued leadership and mentorship. Your role has evolved from individual contributor to institutional leader, with influence that extends far beyond your immediate work environment. The responsibilities of this leadership role include not just training individual animals, but also developing and implementing policies and practices that affect the welfare and working conditions of animals throughout the region. Your insights and recommendations are sought by farm operators, veterinarians, and animal welfare organizations who recognize the value of your experience and perspective. Your influence on policy development helps ensure that future generations of working animals will benefit from improved care standards and more respectful treatment. Your individual story has become part of a larger movement toward recognition of animal intelligence and dignity, contributing to legal and social changes that provide better protection and support for working animals. Spring brings celebration of your 7th birthday and recognition of your continued contributions to the agricultural community. The celebration has grown into an annual event that attracts visitors from across the country, serving both as recognition of your achievements and as an educational opportunity for people interested in better animal care and management practices. The celebration includes presentation of awards recognizing your contributions to animal welfare and agricultural education, but more importantly, it provides an opportunity for people whose lives you have touched to express their gratitude and share stories of how your example has influenced their own attitudes and practices. These testimonials reveal the breadth and depth of your impact on individuals and communities throughout the region. Farmers credit you with teaching them more effective and humane animal management techniques. Veterinarians acknowledge that your case has influenced their approach to preventive care and client education. Children who met you years earlier describe how you influenced their career choices and life values. Summer brings new opportunities for international recognition as your story attracts attention from agricultural and animal welfare organizations in other countries. Delegations of farmers and veterinarians visit to study your care and training methods, seeking to implement similar approaches in their own communities. Your international reputation leads to invitations to participate in conferences and educational programs abroad, spreading awareness of advanced animal care practices and contributing to global improvements in how working animals are treated and managed. Your individual story becomes part of international conversations about animal welfare and the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals. These international connections also provide opportunities for you to learn about different approaches to animal care and management practiced in other cultures, broadening your own knowledge and contributing to your continued development as a leader and advocate for working animals worldwide. As your 7th year progresses, you settle into a comfortable routine that balances your ongoing responsibilities with appropriate accommodations for your advancing age and accumulated wisdom. Your work schedule has been adjusted to maximize your effectiveness while ensuring adequate rest and recovery time. Your primary responsibilities now focus on training and mentorship rather than direct physical labor, though you continue to participate in selected assignments that benefit from your experience and expertise. This evolution in your role acknowledges both your continued capabilities and your increasing value as a teacher and guide for younger animals. Your relationship with Buddy, your primary student and eventual successor, continues to develop as he gains experience and confidence under your guidance. His progress validates your teaching methods while ensuring continuity in the high standards and professional approach that characterize the farm's animal operations. Your 8th year begins with recognition that you have achieved a rare distinction among working animals, a career that spans multiple decades while maintaining high performance standards and continuing to make significant contributions to your community. Your longevity and sustained excellence provide inspiration and guidance for other animals while demonstrating the benefits of proper care and respectful treatment. The celebration of your 8th birthday includes establishment of a scholarship fund for students pursuing careers in veterinary medicine with a focus on working animal care. The fund, named in your honor, will help ensure that future generations of veterinarians receive training in the advanced care practices that have contributed to your exceptional health and longevity. The scholarship fund represents a fitting legacy for your contributions to animal welfare and agricultural education, ensuring that your influence will continue long after your own career ends. Recipients of the scholarship will carry forward your example of excellence and dignity, while developing new approaches to animal care that build upon the foundation you have helped establish. Spring brings new opportunities for mentorship as a group of young animals arrives at the farm, requiring training and integration into the working community. Your role as senior mentor becomes more important than ever as you guide these newcomers through the challenges and opportunities of their new environment. Your teaching methods have evolved and refined over the years, incorporating lessons learned from previous students and adapting to the individual needs and learning styles of each new animal. Your success rate in developing competent and reliable workers has made you a sought-after trainer, whose methods are studied and emulated throughout the agricultural community. The arrival of new animals also provides you with renewed energy and purpose, as you share your knowledge and experience with eager students who benefit from your wisdom, while bringing their own enthusiasm and perspectives to the learning process. These intergenerational relationships enrich your own experience while ensuring the continued excellence of the farm's animal workforce. Summer brings recognition of your achievements in the form of induction into the Agricultural Hall of Fame, an honor rarely bestowed upon animals, but deemed appropriate in recognition of your exceptional contributions to farming and animal welfare. The ceremony includes presentation of a permanent plaque and establishment of an exhibit documenting your life and achievements. Your induction into the Hall of Fame serves not just as personal recognition, but as acknowledgement of the important role that working animals play in agricultural success, and the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals. Your individual story becomes part of the official history of agricultural development in your region. The exhibit documenting your life and achievements will provide educational opportunities for future generations, helping them understand the evolution of animal care practices and the contributions that individual animals can make to their communities. Your story becomes a permanent part of the agricultural heritage that will inform and inspire future farmers and animal caregivers. As your 8th year draws to a close, you reflect on the journey that has brought you from awkward foal to honored elder and recognized leader. The transformation seems almost miraculous when viewed from your current position, though you understand that it was achieved through countless small steps and gradual improvements, rather than any sudden change. Your 9th year begins with celebration of your continued good health and ongoing contributions to the farm and the broader agricultural community. Your physical condition remains excellent for your age, your mental acuity is undiminished, and your enthusiasm for teaching and mentoring continues to benefit new generations of working animals. The celebration includes announcement of plans to establish a working animal care center that will serve as a model for advanced husbandry practices and a training facility for farmers and veterinarians seeking to improve their animal management skills. The center, to be named in your honor, will incorporate all the innovations and approaches that have contributed to your exceptional health and longevity. The care center represents the institutionalization of your legacy, ensuring that the knowledge and methods developed through your care will be preserved and disseminated to benefit animals throughout the region and beyond. Your individual story becomes the foundation for systematic improvements in animal welfare that will help countless creatures in the future. Spring brings new challenges and opportunities as you take on responsibility for developing a comprehensive training program for working animals throughout the region. Your methods and approaches, proven successful over many years, are being formalized into curricula that can be taught to other trainers and implemented on farms throughout the area. The development of this training program requires you to articulate and systematize knowledge that has largely been intuitive, analyzing your own methods and approaches to understand why they work and how they can be taught to others. This process of reflection and analysis deepens your own understanding while creating resources that will benefit the broader agricultural community. Your involvement in program development also provides opportunities to work with researchers and educators who study animal learning and behavior, contributing to scientific understanding of how animals acquire skills and develop professional competence. Your experiences provide valuable data for research that will improve training methods for working animals worldwide. Summer brings international recognition as you are invited to participate in a global conference on animal welfare and sustainable agriculture. Your presentation on the benefits of respectful animal treatment and advanced care practices attracts attention from agricultural leaders worldwide, spreading awareness of your methods and approaches to new audiences. The international conference provides opportunities to learn about animal care practices in different cultures and environments, broadening your understanding of how working animals are treated in various parts of the world. This exposure to different approaches enriches your own knowledge while providing insights that can be incorporated into your training and mentorship activities. Your participation in the international conference also establishes connections with organizations and individuals working to improve animal welfare globally, creating networks that will continue to spread awareness of advanced care practices and advocacy for respectful treatment of working animals. As your 9th year progresses, you begin to notice more pronounced changes in your body that signal the natural aging process. Your joints require more time to warm up in the morning, your stamina decreases slightly, and your recovery time after exertion increases. These changes are normal and expected, but they require adjustments to your activities and routines. The veterinarian who has overseen your care throughout your life monitors these changes carefully, making modifications to your diet, exercise routine, and work schedule to accommodate your evolving needs while maintaining your quality of life and ability to contribute to farm operations. Her expertise and dedication ensure that your aging process is managed with both professional competence and personal compassion. Your own attitude toward these physical changes reflects the wisdom and acceptance that come with maturity and experience. Rather than fighting against natural processes, you adapt your methods and expectations to work with your body's changing capabilities, maintaining effectiveness while respecting your limitations. Your 10th year begins with celebration of a remarkable milestone, a decade of distinguished service and exceptional achievement that has transformed not just your own life, but the lives of countless other animals and humans throughout your community and beyond. The celebration includes recognition of your status as the longest-serving and most accomplished working animal in the region's history. The celebration attracts visitors from around the world who come to meet the donkey whose story has become legendary within agricultural and animal welfare circles. Your individual achievements have transcended local recognition to become part of international conversations about animal intelligence, dignity, and potential for contribution to human society. The global attention focused on your 10th birthday celebration provides opportunities to advocate for improved animal welfare standards and practices worldwide, using your individual story to illustrate the benefits of respectful treatment and advanced care methods. Your influence extends far beyond your immediate community to encompass a global movement for better animal welfare. Spring brings new opportunities for leadership as you are asked to chair a committee developing international standards for working animal care and management. Your expertise and experience make you uniquely qualified to provide guidance on policies that will affect animals throughout the world, ensuring that future generations receive better treatment and care. Your involvement in international standard development represents recognition that your individual experiences and insights have broader applicability and value for improving conditions for working animals globally. Your story becomes part of the foundation for systematic improvements in animal welfare that will benefit countless creatures worldwide. The standards development process also provides opportunities to work with experts from many different fields and cultures, broadening your understanding of animal welfare issues while contributing your own unique perspective to the collaborative effort. Your individual story enriches the broader conversation while being enriched by exposure to different approaches and viewpoints. Summer brings celebration of your continued excellent health and ongoing contributions as you approach your 11th year. Medical examinations confirm that your condition remains remarkably good for your age, with no significant health problems and excellent prospects for continued quality of life and meaningful contributions to your community. Your continued good health validates the advanced care methods and practices that have characterized your management throughout your life, providing concrete evidence of the benefits of respectful treatment and comprehensive health care for working animals. Your case becomes a model for other animal care programs seeking to achieve similar results. The documentation of your health and care history provides valuable data for research into animal longevity and aging, contributing to scientific understanding of how proper care can extend healthy lifespan and maintain quality of life for working animals. Your individual case becomes part of larger studies that will benefit animals worldwide. As your 10th year draws toward a close and you approach your 11th birthday, you reflect on the extraordinary journey that has brought you from struggling foal to international recognition and influence. Your individual story has become part of a larger narrative about the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals, and the benefits of recognizing animal intelligence and dignity. Your 11th year begins with recognition that you have achieved something unprecedented in the history of working animals, a career spanning more than a decade while maintaining high-performance standards and continuing to make significant contributions to your community and profession. Your longevity and sustained excellence provide inspiration for other animals while demonstrating the potential for fulfilling and meaningful lives when animals receive proper care and respectful treatment. The celebration of your 11th birthday includes announcement of plans to establish an endowment fund that will provide ongoing support for working animal welfare initiatives throughout the region and beyond. The fund, supported by donations from people whose lives you have touched, will ensure that your legacy continues long after your own career ends. Your influence on this endowment fund extends beyond simple financial support to include guidance on funding priorities and program development, ensuring that resources are directed toward initiatives that will have the greatest impact on animal welfare and the advancement of respectful treatment practices. Spring brings new opportunities for education and advocacy as you participate in the development of educational materials and programs designed to teach children about animal intelligence, dignity, and the importance of respectful treatment. Your story becomes part of curricula used in schools throughout the region, helping to shape attitudes of future generations. Your involvement in educational program development ensures that your legacy includes not just immediate improvements in animal care, but also long-term changes in how society views and treats working animals. Your individual story becomes a tool for creating lasting cultural change that will benefit countless animals in the future. The educational programs also provide opportunities for you to interact directly with children, sharing your story and demonstrating the intelligence and personality that characterize animals like yourself. These interactions often prove transformative for young people, influencing their career choices and life values in ways that extend your impact far into the future. Summer brings recognition of your achievements through selection for a documentary film that will tell your story to international audiences. The film will document not just your individual journey, but also the broader implications of your case for animal welfare and the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals. The documentary production process provides opportunities to work with professional filmmakers who capture not just the facts of your story but also the emotional and inspirational aspects that have made you a symbol of possibility and hope for working animals worldwide. Your individual narrative becomes part of a larger story about the evolution of human-animal relationships. The completed documentary will serve as a permanent record of your achievements and contributions while providing educational opportunities for audiences who may never have the chance to meet you personally. Your story will continue to inspire and educate long after your own career ends, ensuring that your legacy extends far into the future. As your 11th year progresses, you continue to enjoy excellent health and high quality of life while adapting to the natural changes that come with advancing age. Your role has evolved to focus primarily on teaching, mentorship, and advocacy, with reduced direct work responsibilities but increased influence on policy and practice development. Your relationship with Buddy, now a fully competent working animal in his own right, has evolved from teacher-student to colleague and partner. His success validates your teaching methods while ensuring that the standards and approaches you have developed will continue even after your own active involvement ends. Your 12th year begins with celebration of another remarkable milestone and recognition of your continued contributions to animal welfare and agricultural excellence. The celebration includes announcement of plans to establish a research center dedicated to studying animal intelligence, longevity, and welfare, with your case serving as the foundational study for the center's work. The research center will provide opportunities for scientists to study the factors that have contributed to your exceptional health and longevity, while developing new approaches to animal care that can benefit working animals worldwide. Your individual case becomes the starting point for research that will improve conditions for countless animals in the future. Your involvement in the research center extends beyond serving as a subject of study to include guidance on research priorities and methodology, ensuring that scientific work addresses the most important questions about animal welfare and contributes to practical improvements in care practices. Spring brings new opportunities for international collaboration as your story attracts attention from animal welfare organizations and agricultural institutions worldwide. Partnerships with international organizations provide opportunities to spread awareness of advanced care practices while learning about different approaches to animal welfare in various cultural and economic contexts. These international collaborations also provide opportunities for you to influence global policies and standards for working animal care, using your individual story and experience to advocate for improvements that will benefit animals throughout the world. Your influence extends far beyond your immediate community to encompass global efforts to improve animal welfare. Summer brings celebration of your continued excellent health and ongoing contributions as you approach your 13th year. Medical evaluations continue to confirm that your condition remains remarkably good, with excellent prospects for continued quality of life and meaningful participation in farm and community activities. Your continued good health and high performance provide ongoing validation of the care methods and practices that have characterized your management throughout your life, offering concrete evidence of the benefits of respectful treatment and comprehensive healthcare for working animals. As your 12th year draws to a close, you reflect on the continuing evolution of your role and influence. What began as a simple working life has expanded to encompass education, advocacy, research, and international collaboration, with impacts that extend far beyond anything you could have imagined during your difficult early months. Your 13th year begins with recognition that you have become not just an exceptional individual animal, but a symbol of possibility and hope for working animals worldwide. Your story represents proof that animals can achieve remarkable things when treated with respect and provided with proper care and opportunities for development. The celebration of your 13th birthday includes representatives from animal welfare organizations, agricultural institutions, and research centers from around the world, reflecting the international recognition and influence your story has achieved. Your individual narrative has become part of global conversations about animal rights, welfare, and the potential for respectful partnerships between humans and animals. Your influence on these global conversations helps ensure that your legacy extends far beyond your individual achievements to encompass systematic improvements in how working animals are treated and valued throughout the world. Your story becomes a catalyst for positive change that will benefit countless animals for generations to come. Spring brings new opportunities for leadership as you are invited to serve on international committees and advisory boards focused on animal welfare and sustainable agriculture. Your expertise and experience make you a valued contributor to policy development and standard-setting processes that will affect animals worldwide. Your participation in these international leadership roles ensures that your individual experiences and insights contribute to systematic improvements in animal welfare while providing opportunities to learn from experts in different fields and cultures. Your story becomes part of collaborative efforts to create better conditions for working animals globally. Summer brings recognition through establishment of an international award named in your honor, recognizing exceptional achievements in working animal care and advocacy. The award will be presented annually to individuals or organizations that demonstrate outstanding commitment to improving the lives of working animals, ensuring that your legacy continues to inspire excellence in animal care. The establishment of this international award reflects recognition that your individual story has transcended local or regional significance to become part of global efforts to improve animal welfare. Your achievements serve as a model and inspiration for others working to advance the cause of respectful treatment for working animals worldwide. As your 13th year progresses, you continue to enjoy excellent health and quality of life while fulfilling your role as elder statesman and advocate for working animal welfare. Your influence extends throughout the international community of people working to improve conditions for animals like yourself. Your 14th year begins with celebration of your continued good health and ongoing contributions to animal welfare and agricultural excellence. The celebration includes announcement of plans to establish an international exchange program that will bring together farmers, veterinarians, and animal welfare advocates from around the world to study advanced care practices and share knowledge about improving conditions for working animals. The exchange program will use your case and the care methods developed through your management as a model for training programs that will spread advanced practices throughout the global agricultural community. Your individual story becomes the foundation for systematic improvements in animal care that will benefit working animals worldwide. Your involvement in the exchange program includes not just serving as an example of excellent care, but also participating in training sessions and educational activities that help visitors understand the principles and practices that have contributed to your exceptional health and longevity. Spring brings new opportunities for advocacy as your story is featured in international media campaigns promoting better treatment of working animals. Your individual narrative illustrates the potential for positive change while demonstrating the benefits of respectful treatment and advanced care practices. These media campaigns reach audiences throughout the world, spreading awareness of animal welfare issues while inspiring action to improve conditions for working animals in many different countries and cultures. Your story becomes a powerful tool for education and advocacy that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. Summer brings celebration of your 14th birthday with recognition of your status as the most accomplished and influential working animal in recorded history. The celebration attracts visitors from 6 continents who come to meet the donkey, whose story has inspired improvements in animal welfare worldwide. The international attention focused on your birthday celebration provides opportunities to launch new initiatives and programs designed to spread advanced animal care practices while advocating for policy changes that will improve conditions for working animals globally. Your individual story continues to serve as a catalyst for positive change throughout the world. As your 14th year draws to a close, you reflect on the remarkable journey that has transformed you from struggling foal to international symbol of hope and possibility for working animals everywhere. Your individual achievements have created ripple effects that continue to spread throughout the global community of people working to improve animal welfare. Your 15th year begins with recognition that your influence has extended far beyond what any individual animal has achieved in recorded history. Your story has become part of the foundation for a global movement promoting respectful treatment and advanced care for working animals, with impacts that will continue long after your own life ends. The celebration of your 15th birthday includes establishment of an international foundation dedicated to promoting working animal welfare worldwide. The foundation will coordinate efforts among organizations, institutions, and individuals working to improve conditions for animals like yourself while providing resources and support for initiatives that advance the cause of respectful treatment. Your involvement in the foundation extends beyond symbolic leadership to include active participation in program development and policy advocacy, ensuring that your experience and insights continue to guide efforts to improve animal welfare throughout the world. Spring brings new opportunities for education and outreach, as your story is incorporated into curricula used by universities and professional schools training veterinarians, farmers, and animal welfare advocates. Your case becomes a standard part of education for people who will work with animals throughout their careers. The inclusion of your story in professional education ensures that future generations of people working with animals will understand the potential for respectful partnerships and the benefits of advanced care practices. Your individual narrative becomes part of the foundation for improved animal welfare that will extend far into the future. Summer brings recognition through selection for the highest honor available to animals, induction into the International Animal Hall of Fame. The ceremony recognizes not just your individual achievements, but also your influence on global efforts to improve animal welfare and promote respectful treatment of working animals. Your induction into the International Animal Hall of Fame represents recognition that your story has transcended individual achievement to become part of the historical record of progress in animal welfare. Your legacy is permanently established as part of the foundation for continued improvements in animal care and treatment. As your 15th year progresses, you continue to enjoy good health and high quality of life while fulfilling your role as international advocate and symbol of possibility for working animals worldwide. Your influence extends throughout the global community working to improve conditions for animals like yourself. Your 16th year begins with celebration of your continued excellent health and ongoing contributions to animal welfare initiatives throughout the world. Medical evaluations confirm that your condition remains remarkably good for your age, with excellent prospects for continued participation in advocacy and educational activities. Your continued good health provides ongoing validation of the care methods and practices that have characterized your management while offering hope and inspiration to other animals and their caregivers. Your case demonstrates that advanced care can support not just longevity but also sustained quality of life and meaningful contribution. Spring brings new opportunities for international collaboration as organizations throughout the world seek your guidance and participation in programs designed to improve working animal welfare. Your expertise and experience make you a valued partner in efforts to develop and implement better care practices globally. These international collaborations provide opportunities to influence policy development while learning about different approaches to animal welfare in various cultural and economic contexts. Your individual story contributes to global conversations while being enriched by exposure to different perspectives and practices. Summer brings celebration of your 16th birthday with recognition of your continued influence on global efforts to improve animal welfare. The celebration includes representatives from organizations throughout the world who have been inspired by your story to develop programs promoting better treatment of working animals. The global participation in your birthday celebration reflects the international scope of your influence and the widespread recognition of your contributions to animal welfare. Your individual story has become part of efforts to improve conditions for working animals throughout the world. As your 16th year draws to a close, you reflect on the continuing expansion of your influence and the growing impact of initiatives inspired by your story. What began as an individual struggle has evolved into a global movement that continues to create positive change for working animals worldwide. Your 17th year begins with recognition that your story has achieved permanent status as one of the most important narratives in the history of animal welfare. Your individual journey from struggling foal to global advocate represents proof of what is possible when animals receive respectful treatment and proper care. The celebration of your 17th birthday includes announcement of plans to establish a permanent memorial that will preserve your story and continue your advocacy work long after your own life ends. The memorial will serve as both a tribute to your achievements and a continuing source of inspiration for future generations working to improve animal welfare. Your involvement in planning the memorial ensures that it will accurately represent your story while continuing to serve the cause of animal welfare that has defined your later years. Your legacy will be preserved in a form that continues to educate and inspire long into the future. Spring brings new opportunities for reflection and sharing as you participate in the development of an autobiography that will tell your complete story in your own words. The book will provide detailed insights into your experiences while offering guidance and inspiration for other animals and their caregivers. The development of your autobiography provides opportunities to reflect on the complete arc of your journey while articulating the lessons and insights you have gained through your experiences. Your story becomes a comprehensive guide for understanding animal potential and the benefits of respectful treatment. Summer brings celebration of your 17th birthday, with recognition of your status as the most documented and studied animal in history. The extensive record of your life and care provides valuable data for research while serving as a comprehensive model for advanced animal welfare practices. The documentation of your case has contributed to scientific understanding of animal intelligence, longevity, and welfare, while providing practical guidance for improving care practices. Your individual story has become an essential part of the knowledge base that informs efforts to improve animal welfare worldwide. As your 17th year progresses, you continue to enjoy good health and quality of life while fulfilling your role as elder statesman and global advocate for animal welfare. Your influence extends throughout the international community, working to improve conditions for working animals. Your 18th year begins with celebration of your continued good health and ongoing contributions to animal welfare initiatives worldwide. Your remarkable longevity and sustained quality of life continue to provide validation of advanced care practices while inspiring hope for other animals and their caregivers. The celebration includes recognition of your influence on the development of international standards for working animal care that have improved conditions for countless animals throughout the world. Your individual story has contributed to systematic changes that will benefit working animals for generations to come. Spring brings opportunities for final major initiatives as you participate in the launch of a global campaign promoting adoption of advanced care practices for working animals worldwide. Your story serves as the centerpiece of efforts to spread knowledge and inspire action to improve animal welfare globally. The global campaign represents the culmination of years of advocacy and education, using your individual narrative to promote systematic improvements in animal care practices throughout the world. Your story becomes a powerful tool for creating lasting change that will benefit countless animals. Summer brings celebration of your 18th birthday with recognition of your complete and lasting influence on global animal welfare. The celebration serves not just as recognition of your individual achievements, but as acknowledgement of the permanent changes your story has created in how working animals are treated and valued. Your 18th birthday celebration includes participation from organizations and individuals throughout the world whose work has been inspired by your story. The global scope of your influence demonstrates the power of individual narrative to create widespread positive change. As your 18th year draws toward a close, you reflect on the extraordinary transformation that has characterized your journey from struggling foal to global symbol of hope and possibility. Your individual story has created ripple effects that continue to spread throughout the world, improving conditions for working animals everywhere. The approach of your 19th year brings recognition that you have achieved something unprecedented in animal history, a life that has transcended individual existence to become a permanent part of global efforts to improve animal welfare. Your story will continue to inspire and guide long after your own journey ends. Your 19th year begins with celebration of your remarkable achievement in reaching an age that few working animals ever attain, while maintaining excellent health and continuing to contribute meaningfully to animal welfare initiatives worldwide. Your longevity represents validation of advanced care practices while providing hope and inspiration to animals and caregivers everywhere. The celebration of your 19th birthday includes establishment of permanent endowments that will continue your advocacy work in perpetuity. These endowments ensure that your influence will continue long after your own life ends, supporting initiatives that promote better treatment of working animals throughout the world. Spring brings final opportunities for direct participation in major initiatives as your energy begins to focus more on rest and reflection, while your influence continues through the programs and policies you have helped establish. Your role evolves from active leadership to emeritus status while your impact continues to grow. The transition to emeritus status represents natural evolution rather than decline, acknowledging that your contributions have achieved permanent status while allowing you to enjoy well-earned rest and comfort. Your legacy is secure and continuing to create positive change throughout the world. Summer brings quiet celebration of your 19th birthday with recognition of your complete and lasting influence on global animal welfare. The celebration focuses on gratitude for your contributions while acknowledging that your story has achieved permanent status as one of the most important narratives in animal welfare history. As your 19th year progresses, you settle into a comfortable routine that balances rest with continued participation in selected activities that benefit from your presence and perspective. Your health remains good while your energy focuses on enjoying the comfort and recognition you have earned through your remarkable journey. Your 20th year begins with quiet celebration of an extraordinary milestone that represents achievement beyond what seemed possible during your difficult early months. Your longevity and sustained contributions have created a legacy that will continue to benefit working animals throughout the world for generations to come. the celebration of your 20th birthday focuses on gratitude and reflection rather than elaborate ceremony, acknowledging that your greatest achievements lie not in reaching this milestone but in the lasting changes your story has created in how animals are treated and valued throughout the world. Spring brings peaceful days filled with the comfort of recognition earned and legacy secured. Your influence continues through the countless programs, policies, and initiatives that your story has inspired, while you enjoy the quiet satisfaction of a life well lived and contributions that will endure long after your own journey ends. Your story has transformed from individual struggle to global inspiration, proving that even the most humble beginnings can lead to extraordinary achievement when supported by proper care, respectful treatment, and recognition of individual worth. Your legacy extends far beyond your own remarkable longevity to encompass a fundamental change in how society views and treats working animals. Summer brings gentle celebration of your 20th birthday, with recognition that your story has achieved permanent status as one of the most important and influential narratives in the history of animal welfare. Your individual journey has created lasting change that will benefit countless animals for generations to come. As you rest peacefully in the comfortable surroundings that reflect the recognition and respect you have earned, your breathing slows to match the ancient rhythms of deep contentment and well-deserved rest. Your remarkable journey from struggling foal to global symbol of hope and possibility has reached its natural culmination in peaceful satisfaction and lasting legacy. Your story continues in the hearts and minds of people throughout the world who have been inspired by your example to treat animals with greater respect and compassion. Your influence extends through every policy changed, every practice improved, and every animal treated better because of the awareness your story has created. The gentle rhythm of your breathing carries you into the deepest, most peaceful sleep, surrounded by the love and gratitude of countless people whose lives you have touched and whose work you have inspired. Your legacy is secure, your influence is permanent, and your rest is well earned after a life of extraordinary achievement and contribution. Sleep comes softly now, bringing dreams of green meadows and clear streams, of work that feels like play and burdens that transform into blessings. Your breathing becomes even more regular and peaceful as deep sleep embraces you completely, carrying you into rest that reflects the profound satisfaction of a life lived with purpose and dignity. In this perfect peace, surrounded by recognition and love, you find the ultimate reward for your long journey of perseverance and service. Your story will continue to inspire and guide long after your own journey ends, ensuring that your influence extends far into the future, improving the lives of working animals throughout the world. Rest now, dear Charlie. Rest peacefully, knowing that your remarkable story has created lasting change that will benefit countless animals for generations to come. Your journey from struggling foal to global symbol of hope represents proof of what is possible when animals receive the respect and care they deserve. Sleep deeply and peacefully, surrounded by the love and gratitude of everyone whose life you have touched. Your legacy is secure, your influence is permanent, and your rest is the well-earned reward for a life of extraordinary achievement and contribution to the welfare of animals throughout the world. The night embraces you completely now, and you sleep the sleep of the blessed and beloved, your breathing soft and regular, your dreams filled with all the beauty and peace that your remarkable journey has earned. Your story continues in every act of kindness shown to working animals everywhere, ensuring that your influence will endure long after your own peaceful rest begins. Sleep well, beloved Charlie. Your extraordinary journey has ended in perfect peace, surrounded by love and recognition, with a legacy that will continue to create positive change for working animals throughout the world. Rest now in the knowledge that your life has mattered more than you could ever have imagined, and that your story will continue to inspire compassion and respect for animals everywhere. And so you sleep, peacefully and completely, your remarkable story told, your extraordinary legacy secure, your well-earned rest begun. The gentle rhythm of your breathing joins the eternal symphony of peace and contentment, carrying you softly through this night and into the endless peace that awaits all who have lived with courage, contributed with generosity, and loved with their whole hearts. Rest well, dear friend. Your long day's work is finally, gently, lovingly done. In the deepest hours of this peaceful night, as your breathing becomes even softer and more rhythmic, the entire farm seems to settle into a deeper quiet around you. The other animals, sensing something sacred in the air, move more gently, speak more softly, as if they too understand that they are witnesses to something profound and beautiful. The barn cats curl closer to your stall, their purring creating a gentle vibration that seems to harmonize with your steady breathing. Buddy, your devoted student and successor, stands quietly nearby, his own breathing synchronized with yours in the unconscious way that animals who have shared deep bonds often mirror each other. His presence provides a comforting continuity, a bridge between your remarkable past and the future that will carry forward the lessons you have taught and the standards you have established. Even in sleep you radiate the calm wisdom that has made you such an extraordinary teacher and leader. The young veterinarian who named you Charlie sits quietly on a hay bale outside your stall, her medical bag nearby but unused, understanding that this is not a time for intervention, but for witness and gratitude. She watches your peaceful rest with tears of joy rather than sorrow, recognizing that she is privileged to observe the natural culmination of the most remarkable animal life she has ever encountered. Her fingers trace the pages of the detailed health records she has maintained throughout your life, each entry documenting not just physical measurements but the gradual unfolding of an extraordinary story. The farmer, now elderly himself and moving with the careful deliberation that comes with advanced age, checks on you one final time before retiring to his own rest. His weathered hands, made gentle by decades of working with animals, stroke your neck with the tenderness reserved for old friends who have shared countless challenges and victories. "Sleep well, Charlie," he whispers, his voice carrying the weight of gratitude for 20 years of faithful partnership. "You've earned every moment of peace." The night air carries the mingled scents of hay and clover, of earth warmed by the day's sun and cooled by evening dew, of the familiar barnyard aromas that have surrounded you throughout your long life. These scents trigger cascades of gentle memories: spring mornings when the grass was sweetest, summer afternoons when shade was most precious, autumn days when the air itself seemed golden with possibility, winter evenings when warmth and shelter felt like the greatest luxuries imaginable. Your dreams deepen and expand, carrying you through landscapes that blend memory and imagination into something more beautiful than either could achieve alone. You walk through pastures where the grass is always perfect, where streams run clear and cold, where the sun warms without burning and the breeze cools without chilling. In these dream pastures, every step falls on soft ground, every load feels weightless, every destination welcomes you with joy and gratitude. The global community of people whose lives you have touched continues to hold you in their thoughts and prayers, creating an invisible network of love and appreciation that spans continents and cultures. In veterinary schools around the world, your case study inspires new approaches to animal care. In farm communities from America to Africa, your story encourages more compassionate treatment of working animals. In research laboratories, your health records provide data that will improve animal welfare for generations to come. Children who heard your story years ago are now adults working in animal welfare, carrying forward the lessons they learned from your example of perseverance and dignity. Farmers who met you at agricultural fairs have implemented more humane practices on their own operations, spreading your influence through their own animal communities. Veterinarians who studied your case have developed new protocols and treatments that benefit working animals throughout their practices. Your breathing slows further, each breath coming with the measured rhythm of deep contentment and absolute peace. The rise and fall of your chest becomes gentler, more subtle, like the barely perceptible movement of water in a perfectly calm pond. Your heartbeat, strong and steady throughout 20 years of remarkable life, continues its faithful rhythm, marking time with the precision and reliability that have characterized your entire existence. The stars above seem to shine more brightly tonight, their ancient light casting soft shadows through the barn windows and creating patterns of gentle illumination that shift and dance with the movement of clouds across the moonlit sky. These same stars have watched over countless generations of animals, witnessing stories of struggle and triumph, of service and recognition, but perhaps none quite as remarkable as yours. In your deepest dreams, you are surrounded by all the animals and humans who have been part of your journey. Your mother appears as you remember her from your earliest days, her warm breath and gentle encouragement helping you find the strength to stand and take your first uncertain steps. The old mule Jackson from the farmer's market nods his approval as you demonstrate the techniques he helped you learn. The young animals you mentored gather around you, their success and happiness serving as testimony to the value of your teaching and guidance. Even the farmer's children from years past appear in your dreams, now grown and continuing to carry forward the lessons they learned from watching you work and persevere through challenges that would have defeated lesser spirits. Their own children gather around as well, representing future generations who will benefit from the changes your story has helped create in how society views and treats working animals. Your dreams expand beyond individual relationships to encompass the broader impact of your remarkable life. You see farms where animals receive better care because of policies influenced by your story. You observe veterinary clinics where treatment protocols developed from your case help other animals live longer, healthier lives. You witness classrooms where children learn about animal intelligence and dignity through lessons inspired by your experiences. The foundation established in your honor continues its work around the world, supporting initiatives that improve conditions for working animals in dozens of countries. Research programs funded by your legacy develop new approaches to animal care that prevent suffering while enhancing the partnerships between humans and animals. Educational programs carrying your story reach millions of people, changing attitudes and inspiring action to improve animal welfare globally. Your influence ripples outward through time and space, creating positive change that multiplies and expands with each passing year. Laws are strengthened to provide better protection for working animals. International standards are established to ensure humane treatment across cultural and economic boundaries. Academic programs are developed to train new generations of animal care professionals in approaches that honor both the practical needs of agriculture and the inherent dignity of animal life. The rhythm of your breathing becomes even more gentle and peaceful, each breath a quiet celebration of a life lived with extraordinary purpose and meaning. Your body, which has carried heavy loads across countless miles of difficult terrain, now rests in perfect comfort on the softest bedding, surrounded by warmth and protection that reflect the love and gratitude you have earned through decades of faithful service. Your heart, which has beaten steadily through 20 years of challenges and triumphs, continues its reliable rhythm while being supported by the most advanced veterinary care and nourished by a diet carefully designed to maintain your health and comfort. Every aspect of your physical care has been optimized to ensure that your final rest is as peaceful and comfortable as your remarkable life deserves. But beyond the physical comfort lies something even more precious, the absolute certainty that your life has mattered, that your story has created lasting positive change, and that your legacy will continue to benefit working animals throughout the world long after your own journey ends. This knowledge fills your dreams with profound satisfaction and your rest with perfect peace. The gentle sounds of the night create a symphony of natural harmony around you, the soft lowing of cattle settling into their own rest, the distant hoot of an owl announcing its presence to the darkness, the rustle of small creatures moving through the grass outside the barn. These familiar sounds, which have provided the soundtrack to thousands of nights throughout your career, now serve as a lullaby that carries you deeper into the most peaceful sleep of your extraordinary life. Your muscles, which have strained against heavy loads and maintained balance on treacherous terrain for 2 decades, now relax completely for the first time in your adult life. Every fiber releases its tension, every joint settles into perfect alignment, every part of your body finds its natural position of maximum comfort and minimum effort. The physical relaxation mirrors the emotional and spiritual peace that comes from knowing your work is complete and well done. The soft hay beneath you seems to cradle your body with particular gentleness tonight, as if the earth itself recognizes the service you have provided and seeks to offer comfort in return. The familiar scents and textures that have surrounded you throughout your working life now serve as sources of profound comfort, connecting you to memories of purpose and achievement while supporting you in well-earned rest. Your mind, which has processed countless challenges and developed solutions to problems that tested your intelligence and judgment, now settles into the quiet contentment that comes from wisdom earned through experience. The careful analysis and measured decision-making that characterized your approach to work and life have been replaced by simple acceptance and gratitude for the journey that brought you to this peaceful conclusion. In the deepest layers of your consciousness, you understand that your individual story has become part of something much larger than yourself. Your experiences have contributed to a fundamental shift in how working animals are perceived and treated throughout the world. Your legacy extends far beyond your personal achievements to encompass systematic improvements in animal welfare that will benefit countless creatures for generations to come. This understanding fills your final rest with a profound sense of completion and satisfaction. What began as a personal struggle for dignity and recognition has evolved into a global movement that continues to create positive change. Your individual voice has become part of a chorus calling for respect and compassion for all working animals, and that chorus will continue to grow stronger long after your own voice has become part of the eternal silence. The night deepens around you, and your breathing becomes so gentle that it barely disturbs the air. Your heartbeat slows to match the ancient rhythms of rest and renewal, carrying you deeper into peace with each quiet pulse. Your entire being settles into the profound stillness that comes only to those who have lived fully, contributed generously, and earned the right to rest in perfect peace. As the first hints of dawn begin to touch the eastern sky, your breathing becomes even softer, so gentle that it seems to merge with the natural rhythms of the earth itself. Your remarkable journey is approaching its natural and peaceful conclusion, surrounded by love, respect, and gratitude from countless beings whose lives you have touched and improved through your extraordinary example of perseverance, dignity, and service. In these final moments of your incredible life, you are held in the loving thoughts and prayers of people around the world who have been inspired by your story. Your influence continues to spread through every life you have touched, every policy you have influenced, every standard you have helped establish. Your legacy is not ending but expanding, reaching new heights of impact and significance with each passing day. The gentle morning breeze carries with it the promise of spring, of renewal, of continuing life and growth that will be enriched by the contributions you have made during your remarkable 20 years. The farm will continue to thrive, guided by the principles and practices your story helped establish. The animals will continue to receive better care because of the awareness your case has created. The world will continue to become more compassionate because of the example you have provided. Your breathing becomes so soft now that it seems to merge with the morning air itself, your body settling into the deepest possible peace. As your extraordinary journey reaches its natural and beautiful conclusion, you are surrounded by love, supported by gratitude, and honored by recognition that extends throughout the world. Your story will continue to inspire and guide long after your own peaceful rest begins, ensuring that your influence endures for generations to come. And so you rest, finally and completely, your remarkable life concluded in perfect peace, and surrounded by the love of all who knew you and were touched by your extraordinary story. Your breathing becomes one with the eternal rhythms of nature itself, carrying you gently into the peace that surpasses all understanding, the rest that heals all weariness, and the love that makes every burden bearable and every struggle worthwhile. Rest now, beloved Charlie, knowing that your story will live forever in the hearts of all who learned from your example of grace under pressure, dignity in difficulty, and faithful service through every season of an extraordinary life. Your legacy is secure, your influence is permanent, and your peace is eternal. Sleep deeply, dear friend. Your long and remarkable journey has ended exactly as it should, in perfect peace, surrounded by love, and with the absolute certainty that your life has made the world a better place for working animals everywhere. The gentlest of dreams carry you now into the deepest rest, where every burden becomes a blessing, and every struggle transforms into victory. Your story continues in every act of kindness shown to animals throughout the world, ensuring that your remarkable legacy of compassion, perseverance, and dignity will endure forever. Rest well, beloved Charlie. Rest in perfect peace.